Welcome, you have reached Imperial Reviews, and today's review is Nutcrackers. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So, let's look at the synopsis for this. You got in the most unlikely of places, four siblings find their loving shelter in an unexpected turn of circumstances. This is supposed to be a comedy where their uncle comes to save the day. So, let's go over the cast real quick. Let's go over the cast before I forget. Um, so the cast is typically about, give or take. You got Ben Stiller. He plays as Mike. He's the uncle. Homer Jansen plays as Justice. Kicklighter. Ulysses Jansen plays as Junior Kicklighter. They are twins in the movie. And then you have Arlo Jansen plays as Simon Kicklighter, and Atlas Jansen plays as Samuel Kicklighter. So these is all seem to be all brothers in real life. So it's four brothers. You got Toby Huss as Al Wilmington, Marion Heisler as Mia, Eddie Patterson as Rose, Tim Hedider, Decker as Deputy Cox. That's pretty much it. Wasn't too much into this movie. It's supposed to be a comedy, but they missed the mark. It seems like for Ben Stiller movies, he did a pivot in his career where we know him for something about Mary, that movie he had with Jennifer Aniston about Molly, and then Heartbreak Kid. So those type movies that he was in, Zoolander, you know, those are the movies that we know him for comedy. It seems like after that, after those type of movies, he did a pivot where he was doing more serious roles or doing a lot of behind the scenes work, and the funny wasn't there no more. And so this is supposed to be a comedy, but it has some humorous moments, but it missed the mark on the comedy part. So nevertheless, you have Mike. Um, he has a younger sister. Mike is has a job in Chicago. His sister passes away through a car accident. Sister and husband passed away through a car accident, and he has to go to step up for the kids because they don't have no other guardianship. So he comes there. The kids, it shows the kids they're mischievous. They went to the town fair and just jumped on the rides when they wasn't supposed to, and made significant amount of damage at the fair. So the town knows that they pretty much get into a lot of mischief. And now more than ever, they don't have any guidance because their mom is and dad has passed away. And so, of course, they got a bunch of different things that they do to their uncle Mike. And it sounded like a plot that I seen before. I can't really think of the movie that had some kids, and then somebody had to come in, and the kids was rough around the edges at first, but then they turned it around. So this is basically the same old plot. Problem Child had a plot like that. The most recent movie I reviewed, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, had a similar plot like that as well. So nevertheless, Mike is trying to work in a country where his nephews live, and meanwhile work his job remotely, and he has a big project that needs to be due for his job. So his plot is to get his nephews. He never wanted kids, and the mom said he wasn't capable of love. That's what she told her kids. And him and his sister fell out because he gave his sister husband some money to fund a business behind his sister's back, and she was upset that he didn't tell her, and then they kind of fell out from that and stopped talking. Then she passed away. So, he looked at his sister. She was in the school, she was in the ballet. She dropped out of school. She had promise, she had potential. She dropped out to deal with a man who drove a ice cream truck, and they got behind some religious beliefs, moved out to the countryside, and she didn't reach her potential. But what she was doing in that small town, she was creating. She had a ballet studio, and one of the richest men in the town's daughter was going there. So um, it got a bunch of, like I said, some humorous moments that the kids do, different stuff. But ultimately, the kids start coming around. He start finding how he can connect to them, and so he wanted to put on the Nutcracker play. One of the kids wrote his own play and changed the um, the storyline of the Nutcracker, made it his own. And Mike had the idea, let's put on a play for the town, and everybody can come and watch you all in the play and get to see your talent. So they kind of the oldest of the siblings said, he can't do it because his mom won't be watching him. So it looked like at first they stood the uncle up when everybody in the town showed up. But what they did, they stopped the lights in where the area where their parents had the accident at and died. They did the play right there, and the town came in and watched them. So it's basically like their spirit of their parents was watching them. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. So it wasn't too much to it. It's not. It doesn't have a replay value to it. It's supposed to be somewhat a Christmas movie because the setting is around Christmas, but it's not really a Christmas movie. It's called Nutcrackers to make you tie it into the Christmas, but it's really not about a Christmas movie or whatever. It's about a uncle connecting with his nephews who don't have guardianship because their mom and dad passed away in the accident. Overall, it's just an okay movie, not a must watch. It's pretty much a movie you'll watch just because if you were bored and not, hey, go check this out, you were bored. And some people might say that it's actually boring. So it's not the comedy that they labeled it as. It's just not, missed the mark on that. The plot should have been different. So out of my 4-star rating system, I give this movie a 1.5 out of 4 stars. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.